7th grade in the last school year. I was saying that Machias and I wishes that Miss Farner was dead. This is why I said that Machias and I wishes that Miss Farner was dead. I always loved when my teacher's absent. This is why I said that. I remember when I was in 6th grade. I remember when I was in 6th grade. I was having a meltdown over Miss Lawson not calling the students to the front office. The front office. The front office! And I scraped my knee too because I was having a meltdown running outside because I didn't want it to get in trouble when I was throwing a fit over the announcements. And I remember when I was in grade 5. I remember when I was in grade 5. I was flipping my desk over while I was squealing and tipping my chair and not keeping my 4 legs on the floor. And then I was putting my face on my classmates' legs. I was putting my face on my classmates' legs. His name was Abel. He came down the slide. When I was in 4th grade, I was beating myself in the face and spitting on the floor at school. This after when my tooth got out on the back tooth. It was hard to eat my chips and cereal. I did not like those at all because it hurted to chew it. And I remember when I was in grade 3. When I was in 3rd grade, I was biting my classmate's arm on purpose. I got a strike for biting my classmate's arm on purpose. Well, I'm so glad my teacher didn't tell my mom at all. I remember when I was in 2nd grade. I was being weird with my classmates' legs on the bus. And then I was climbing over seats. After that, when I wanted to put my face on my classmates' legs while I was on the bus. And I remember when I was in 1st grade, I was talking about bleeding in my classroom. This is why I said that. I skipped my spring pictures. I had spring pictures, and I didn't got my spring pictures because my hair was a mess. I remember when I was in kindergarten. I was talking about cutting my teacher's head off. This is why I said that. She made me go to timeout for saying the wrong answer. This is why I was talking about cutting my teacher's head off. And I remember when I was in pre-K. I was cussing on the bus and I got a whooping by my bus aide. My bus aide was so mean to me. When I was in preschool, my bus aide was mean to me. But for cussing on the bus, she smacked me too. Ooh. I used to pee on the playground. I used to throw fit over a shower. And I had a dream of Websy plushes. I wanted to get the Websy plushes. And I had a dream there was a unicorn at my school in my 1st grade hallway. I was trying to eat the unicorn, but I was afraid of it. It was too big. And I had a dream I was kicking the window at my school, and the glass fall down and I fell. I remember on my last day of 2nd grade. I was putting blocks in my mouth. On my last day of 2nd grade, I went to timeout for putting blocks in my mouth on my last day of 2nd grade. And I remember on my last day of 2nd grade, I was being weird with my classmates' legs. Being weird with my classmates' legs. And my classmate told Miss Carpenter, well, he didn't tell Miss Testerman at all, for being weird with my classmates' legs. I remember on my last day of second grade, I was putting blocks in my mouth.
Putting blocks in my mouth. Putting blocks in my mouth.
And then I was being weird with my classmates' legs on my last day of second grade. It was my last day of second grade when I was putting blocks in my mouth and being weird with my classmates' legs. I was putting my face near my classmates' legs. And then I got in trouble by Keon. I didn't want him to tell the teacher.